Hello everyone, let's just start with some tricky or tetsuji. Yeah, you can see this attachment into the white toothpaste gum. What can white do that? How does white have to respond? Have you had this experience before? Usually black is supposed to play something like this if black wants to handle the upper side. Then of course black has to play like that. But make sure if white has many stones like this, then we shouldn't use such kind of exchange because now your end game condition will be worse than just now. When you have a 27, you can capture this one stone. But just now, if you have this exchange, even though you block here, now it became bad exchange. So we are using this move when we want to handle the upper side. For example, if you have one more stone here. Because if you do not exchange there, and in the future white might jump here, that is reason why we are using. But that I want to teach you is, what if black just attach here? Now it's quite annoying. Maybe you may want to protect your territory perfectly, and you might be a little bit angry if your opponent to look down at you. Then how do you want to respond? Oh, I can say you have two answers, and one is the hane of the upper way, and another one is the B, the lower hane. We can check those things. If you just want to connect simply, I recommend you to play the lower hane. Usually lower hane is easy to just take care for two groups. You can just connect. But in this situation, if you play lower hane, maybe black can try to play something like this. If you stretch one more time, somehow you are losing many things. If you answer here, black will ask you whether you want to step back one more time or not. Then if black just exchange all the sente, now white is too low, and these two stones are not important anymore. Black can even give up, something like this. So even black can hane one more time, and something like that. So now I don't really like it. Then what do you think? Sometimes even black can cut here, when black wants to carry this one stone. But in this situation, if white just capture, this is what black wants. However, black separate of the white. So sometimes I can say this double cutting is working. But what about now in this situation? If white just capture, then black must Atari and try to save this one stone, something like that. But to be honest, I cannot say this is good for black. Even the white just capture like that. White center potential is really good, close to be influenced, and for this one stone, even now we can try to fight, something like this. It's not difficult to take care. So black just break for around 2 points, but black lost more thing, and even this fighting control is not really good. For if you want to use such kind of tactics, something like this, then it has to be the end of the middle game or middle of the middle game. You will have a chance to use such kind of tactics. As I told you, in this situation, black is supposed to use this one stone differently. So I can say this cutting is not good. But make sure in the middle of the middle game that might be good. Yeah. So now you don't like the 24, right? Then what you have to do is A. Yeah, you need to just punch black. Punch. If black wants to save, then black can do like that. Hane here one more time and do this one. But the point is, still, it's not easy to save inside. If black just want to make tiger's mouth, white can just break. And even this cutting is not really easy to fight right now. Black has to stretch, white can just keep push. This cutting is also not working. So I can't say black can save into the white territory. Then what does black have to do? Still, black need to cut here. Now you will feel quite annoying, right? Yeah, I know about that. If you just stretch here, then of course it's not okay. These two stones are getting hurt. And if you just try to save like this, then you will not have an accident, but you just give black free influence. Now which means, if you are giving influence in the future, however, you have to restrict and you need to waste one step. Which means black can go to the big place one more time. So that is what you are losing. Then what's wrong with white? White just need to punish this one stone. You can just capture. But make sure not this Atari, you have to Atari at the second line, okay? Because if you play this way, black can Atari, in this situation you have a two option, right? One is capturing, but the point is I'm gonna Atari here. If you just make the call, black will just try to handle this call. Black is willing to fight for this one, for this call. And if you just connect here, somehow now black position is much better than just now. So what I want is just I want to stretch here, but this is sente. That's the problem. And even you cut here, white has to return here. If this ladder is working, then of course white can't do it like this. How about this right now? Is this ladder working? Yeah, I think now, even now, ladder is a bit complicated. Yeah, even the ladder is working, I think. Just like here, you can see that. Should I show you this one? But even the ladder is not working, I think the black is gonna be possible to play. Just like, I can just sacrifice. I can just connect, and when white get here, then black can try to catch this one stone. Yeah, it was possible. Then what was wrong with white? As I told you, white has to Atari to the second line. Then black can Atari here. In this situation, white can just connect. And then black Atari one more time. We can just save here. Then this area is really clean. Then black has no method to block with the sente. So if black just continue to separate this one stone, then you can just get his bad exchange first. Something like this. Then your center is amazing. And if you just keep want to save this one stone, then you can try to attach here and you can take care separately. Then even this fighting condition is not bad and your potential is much better. What black get is fulfill point here. Actually, I cannot say black get anything. So now I can, sorry, my mistake. I can say black didn't get anything. Yeah. So now what can black do that? Black is supposed to connect here or this one. And if you just answer here, then now white doesn't have any accident. And if black just answer, just black spent one move to block the center. Even that was not sente, so you don't have to be afraid. And maybe if you're a very strong player, then you don't want to spend one move to connect with this one stone. Because now this is not really valuable, and even this white life and death condition is perfect. Then that's a good idea. Then you can just try to ignore there, and you can play much efficient area. Then even you don't have to spend for the end game right now. So even he connect is same. If you want to be safe, then you can just connect here. And if you want to be more efficient, then you can use such kind of method. Yeah, something like that. So that I want to tell you is when your opponent try to make such kind of aji, yeah, with attachment, I can say even the black plays here. Sometimes you may not try to save those territory perfectly. One thing is quite sure, you will get something from his bad exchange. That you are getting bad exchange is this area. Actually, you earn a little bit more. And then another side, you need to give him little bit. Give him little. Okay, I get this thing first, give little. Don't try to get everything. Then if you want to get both sides, all the things, then usually there will be accident. Yeah. So now, you know, all the area has aji. So if your opponent plays just like such kind of attachment, then don't be afraid. Then just enjoy to fight. Then you can just try to hane first and just accept that he wants. Yeah, I can say like that. Maybe this attachment, if you get it, white solution might be a little bit different because if white just hane here, same as just now, black is gonna play cut. Still we have to capture one stone. But if black is doing same as just now, somehow when black plays here, this capturing condition is not really amazing for white because now this two stone will be captured with a clean condition. So maybe you might hate that. I understand about that. Yeah. Then how do you have to solve this condition? In such condition, I think these two stones are more important. Then now I recommend you to play just strategy here. Then he is gonna answer, right? He has to move this one stone. That he means is he wants to break my territory, even he wants to kill my one stone. So I cannot accept. So you can do everything that you want. Hane one time, you know, he has to play like this. Then you can Hane and connect one more time. Then how is he gonna play? Maybe connect? Yeah. You know, became black is very fat. And now this one stone is very light. But it doesn't mean you can just go to the big place. Now this is getting bigger. So now you can use same method as that I told you. You can just try to use something like this and handle this separate fighting. Then still black didn't get anything. Yeah. So now even though I show you same kind of attachment between upper one and lower one, you can just get the hangma information first. And which means when he plays here, always you will have a stretch, hane, those things. But you know, in this situation, if you stretch here, as I told you, if black just goes out like that, these two stones are just directly in danger. So now you must block here. So I can say basically your basing method are those two hane, but if black's attachment direction is different, then you can even use the stretch. Sometimes that they are also available. And of course you can think about hane as well. So simply I show you the variation, then you have to compare how difference when you have to hane and punish, and you can just step back with the stretch and try to wait for the next fighting. Yeah. How is it? So don't be afraid about the aji. When your opponent try to make such kind of a tricky aji, then just get something and give a little bit and just continue to fight. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe for my channel and see you guys next time. Bye.